Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Now in today's video, we have here a very interesting speaker comparison. Now what I have behind me is actually the Audio Pro C10 Mark II, and I also have myself the Marshall Stanmore 2. Now today's video is going to be a bit interesting. We are going to be focusing more on why it's important to get yourself like a Wi-Fi speaker compared to the Marshall, which is something like a Bluetooth speaker. And of course, we'll talk a bit about the design, the sound and usability and all those, but let's just check out these speakers for now. Alright, so if you are in the market looking for something, a Bluetooth speaker or a speaker, a wireless speaker that is a bit better than your average sounding speaker, I think these are actually two very strong competitors. But let's take a look at what's really different between these guys. Alright, so first and foremost, we have to talk a bit about the connectivity, because this is where everything is very different between the Audio Pro and the Marshall speaker. I'm just going to use the brand for now to keep things simple. Now in terms of the Audio Pro speaker at the back, this guy here actually supports all kinds of connections. We have your Wi-Fi, your 2.4, we also have the Bluetooth, wired in and all that. And the best part about having a wireless speaker like this is the fact that you can use your iPhone or an Android phone to connect directly to the speaker. I think this is actually very important because, you know, these days we are just using our phones and we want a very seamless connection. So your iPhone or your Android phone will be able to connect to the speaker via that AirPlay or via Google Cast. Now the reason why we want to use this particular connection instead of Bluetooth is because by having this, you actually have a wider range of distance. It's as far as your Wi-Fi can go. The sound is also more stable and there's no lags in between. For instance, if you're using a Bluetooth connection, there might be some lags in between the audio as well as the speaker itself, so that's not great. And other than that, you can also control the sound, everything directly from your phone, and you can use multiple devices at the same time to control the speaker. So say for example, I have my iPhone and my Android phone both turned on at the same time. Both devices can actually be used to control the speaker here, and I think that is great. Other than that, the Marshall Stanmore 2, because it's only a Bluetooth connection, everything is very limited to the connectivity itself. Of course, it does support wire in, but you know, if you're just using Bluetooth, you have to be within that range, and there is a bit of a delay from the audio to the speaker itself, and I think it's just not as good as something like the Audio Pro because you have all kinds of connectivity supported. Very, very important there. Now the second thing about the Audio Pro here that is actually better, I would say, is the fact that it comes with its accompanying app, which you can actually use to adjust, you know, all your bass, your treble. You can also use it to choose this kind of streaming services directly on the app itself and to the phone. And again, like I said, because it's connected to the internet, you can actually do everything directly from your phone, which makes it very, very easy. Right, now moving on to the next point, just in terms of the sound. I think sound is very subjective. You know, different kinds of people like different kinds of sound. For me, I would say that the Audio Pro behind here produces a sound that is a bit more richer, it's a bit more crisper, and it's a bit more clearer. However, for the Stanmore, the Marshall device, that is not to say that it's bad or anything like that. It's just that I feel it's not as precise and not as sharp as the one coming from the Audio Pro. However, just in terms of sound, I think it's best to actually go to the store and check it out for your own, because like I said, it is very subjective and everyone prefers a different kind of sound. One cool thing about the Audio Pro speaker here is that because it is wireless, it is able to be connected to another speaker. So you can connect multiple speakers to the same one, and I think by doing so, you can actually have like a stereo kind of a setup, or you can have a multi-room kind of setup, which I will share in another video. However, for the Marshall speaker, because it is only via Bluetooth, so you can't really connect like another speaker to it. That's just something to take note of. Let's say you are having multiple speakers in your space. This is where this feature is very important, that it comes from the Audio Pro speaker. Alright, now moving on to the next point here in terms of design. Well, design-wise, again, this is again very subjective. For the Audio Pro speaker at the back, I do think it looks very minimalist. It's a very clean design. I'm sure you have already seen we can just remove the cover directly because it's magnetic. So whether you want a more retro kind of look or a more modern kind of look, all you need to do is just peel off that thing from the speaker itself, and you can have two different kind of looks in one single speaker. Moving on to the Marshall. The Marshall speaker actually looks great as well. Personally, I think it looks very, very good. It's very aesthetic. There's very nice touches to the entire body itself. It has this sort of like soft touch kind of feel. The design looks great, and I think it also has a very retro kind of look. Again, design is subjective and you guys have to choose which you prefer. I think both look great in this situation. Alright guys, so that's pretty much it for today's very quick comparison. Again, this is the Audio Pro C10 Mark II versus the Marshall Stanmore 2, and I think this is again more so of a connectivity kind of comparison, because a speaker like this allows you much more flexibility in terms of using your smartphone and being able to control it from anywhere and multiple devices, and also multiple multiple room setup. Whereas a speaker like the Marshall Stanmore 2 is only like, Bluetooth connectivity. It's limited to that, although it does still look very good. So that's pretty much it for today's comparison. I hope this video has helped you out in a way or two. If you have any further comments, feel free to leave a comment down below. If you have any speaker to recommend me as well, just feel free to leave a comment down below. Now with that said, don't forget to drop a like and sub to the channel if you want to see more content like this, and I look forward to seeing you guys in the next one. Do stay safe and take care. Bye bye.